couple days, I think, that might be missing when it comes to footage, but that is because basically flew in super early and immediately went to sleep once I got in, and then because I flew in, stayed with friends, that kind of thing, and then I was finally able to get home, but then I had to get ready for work, obviously, and it was a night shift, so I just got finished my night shift and all that fun stuff. So that's like 2 days unaccounted for on here, probably. But yeah, home safely. Cats missing me. The cats did not appreciate me being gone because my house is a mess. So I'm going to be cleaning that up to the best of my ability, make everything super ship shape again, and then hopefully be able to get back to some sort of streaming schedule before I have to take off again. I have a photo shoot this weekend, so I have to head out for that at some point. The girl's tired. The girl's tired, but I'm doing my best. And I hope that can be appreciated. Oh, please don't be mad at me. I have done not a lot since I've been back, but to be fair, I worked and then I've just been sleeping all day. I'm recovering today. Tomorrow is going to be the day of doing things because yeah, turns out my landlords do want to sell the house, so they want to take photos and whatever, put things out there in the universe, so I have to make sure everything looks spickety span, you know? I'm not looking forward to it, but it is life. Oh my god, I'm still so tired. I think tonight is going to be very chill. I think I'm just going to end up watching a movie until I fall asleep, because that sounds like the best plan right now. I'm so tired. So tired. Click the button to go live, so I'm going to be doing my Minty in the morning stream here soon. Oh my god, it's been forever since I've been able to do this, but let's hope it goes well. Finished my first stream. Smithers is still operating, but finished my first stream of the day. I got a little frustrated in there because someone was like, I was talking about how I wanted to sell off some stuff I didn't need, and they're like, you should donate, and I'm like, if I could donate, I would, but like, not everyone has the luxury of donating things they don't need. Like, if I can't get rid of it, then I probably will, but I would rather sell it. I don't know. It was frustrating because it just kind of screams privilege to me, I guess, and I'm not privileged. I'm privileged in many other things, but I'm not privileged in the sense that I can just throw away thousands of dollars of books and merchandise. Does that make sense? I guess. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It was just frustrating because like my brain is like, why would you make that suggestion? Anyway, I'm done streaming and now I have to get on with the rest of my day. So I should start that. I'm about to take some product photos. I don't know. I was sent some clothes, so obviously got to take pictures of them. But I have approximately, I think, like an hour until Smithers wakes up again. So we're gonna get it done before he wakes up. Otherwise, it's just a matter of time before he starts vacuuming into my space, and then it's awkward as heck. So let's get these photos done. Did it. All done. I did end up having to leave the house to do some running around, and it was supposed to be really quick. It was supposed to be like literally just running out, coming back, but then I got stuck in the rain and missed buses, and it was a whole whack of stuff, so it ended up being a lot longer, and I ended up becoming completely drenched because I was stuck out in the rain. So by the time I got back, I was just too cold and just tired to and it was actually getting to be pretty late, so there ended up being no second stream, but I'm hoping to do a longer stream tomorrow morning, hopefully. I'm so tired now. I should get ready for bed because if I want to do the longer morning stream, and then I actually have to head out to get on with the rest of the weekend. I have a photo shoot and stuff, is gonna it's gonna be fun. Oh my god, and I still haven't packed for that either. I'm really not on the ball for this. Like, what is going on with me? But yeah, let's go to bed. I think bed is a good idea right now. About to go live for my first stream of the day. Probably will be my only stream of the day, if I'm being honest, because otherwise I would have to stream at my friends and I don't know if that's gonna work. But it is the stream of the day. Let's get this show on the road, I guess. Finished the first stream. We did a Gundam tier list. It got heated, mostly from me. People wanted to fight me about G-Witch and about Gundam Wing being... Well, Gundam Wing was in S tier. G-Witch was way down at the bottom. I have my reasons. And I was very vocal about it. But people wanted to fight me. Anyway. All done. I'm going to get dressed. And I still have to pack for this weekend. Oh my god. And I gotta get ready. And yeah. You'd think I'd be better at this by now.
Oh shit, it wasn't recording.
You didn't hit record?
I thought you hit record and gave.
Recording this time?
Yes, it is. Nice. You got it.
about to get ready to start my morning stream. Running a little bit later than I was hoping, but you know, still going to do the morning stream. And then I have all of the fun things to do today, all of the adult things I have to do today, so that's why I have to make sure that I get this stream done fairly early. Fingers crossed that it doesn't go on until forever and ever. But yeah, let's do this. Minty in the morning. Just finished the first stream of the day. It got a little weird at the end because someone was saying that my cats are bald. But anyway, I printed off a bunch of things with the new printer, so I will hopefully be able to add these to some tiers rewards on my buy me a coffee thing. I was more excited about that than anything else, and then I told people about the never ending story thing, which I just so mind blown still that the real life parts were done in Vancouver. Anyway, now I've cursed everyone else with that information, and I will keep talking about it. I won't stop talking about it because it's so interesting to me. I tried doing a tier list for the never ending story, but we didn't really care that much. Plus, a lot of people haven't seen it in a while. So I just talked about the printer a lot. That was about it. But now I have to get ready and go and do real life things. Yes, I do. I have to go do real life things because I do have to go do running around in taxes and banking and stuff. But I just got back. Smithers is running because I have him on like a 3 times a day schedule now. But I just got back from doing the taxes and the stuff, and apparently I have homework because I haven't been keeping good track of things. So apparently I have to go through all the receipts and stuff that I have ever accumulated over the last year. And yeah, so that's going to be my homework for tonight. So I picked up an energy drink, and oh my god, soda pop's here. And yeah, I'm going to get to work on that. I got to make things into spreadsheets. Being a business owner is something. I got to keep better track of things. I gotta be better than this. I really do. Alright, time to get changed. Oh my god, soda pop. I'm gonna get changed into something comfortable, and then I'm gonna get to work.
It seems, in the last days of a fair prince's reign. What would I tell you about the place? A small city near the coast, but far from nothing.
I'm doing it for the content. No one has said that in like 10 years. Right now it's you do it for the plot.